trying to win that hero position vacated by Mike Zordich. He's a 5'11", 170-pound sophomore from Sutherland, Virginia, and he saw some playing time for Penn State last year. One of a group of young but potentially very good defensive backs. Ball is on the near hash mark, going left to right, the white team. Second down and goal at the blue 9-yard line. Wide split in the backfield now. This is a passing set. Lonergan back to throw. Flares it left to Truitt at the 10. Cuts back inside to about the 5-yard line before he's tumbled down. Over to make the stop out of the secondary was Mark Wateska for the blue team at the 6-yard line. It'll be third down and goal to go for the Whites from the blue 6-yard line. 11 and a half minutes left in the first half. Clock running, the blue leading 7-0. The Whites trying to knock on the door and tie it up. Lonergan has been moved to a safety position. He's a sophomore from Westport, Connecticut. Is being acted as quarterback here. All right, third down and goal to go at the 6-yard line for the Whites. The backs are in a split. Truitt and Jan for the white team. Lonergan back to throw. Quarterback draw, trying to go back to his left. Looking to get into the end zone, and he does. Nice drive, nice run by Lance Lonergan as he took 2 steps back, but it was a quarterback draw. His biggest problem was trying to get beyond his own offensive linemen. They were all bunched up in front of him, and he had to make a quick step to his left, then drive towards the goal line and dive in. A penalty flag is down, however. And the man who had kept the extra point is Jack Albert. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. Albert coming on to try the extra point, knocks it through, so we're in a 7-7 ball game. Time out on the field with the score now, the blue and the white tied at 7-7.
Country Club.
By the White defense, I'm not sure had Glenn Thomas caught the ball, he would have gotten positive yards. He might have even been hit for a loss. It was the short side screen, and there wasn't much room over there once Blair got the ball. On their own 47-yard line, Hug is wide to the right. To the near side, wide side of the field is Lewis. The handoff comes to Redmond. He breaks one tackle at the line of scrimmage and bounces it out to the 49-yard line. And a good, strong gain of 3 yards on the play by Redmond. Matt Johnson there to protection. Over the middle, complete to Jerry Hug. First down. Nice catch. No, he dropped it. Had it and dropped it at the 37-yard line. Should have had Redmond and Thomas who split behind Schaefer, 3rd and 8. Back to throw again. Over the middle it goes and incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Todd Young from Tempe, Arizona. The pass delivered into his hands and incomplete. So Schaefer threw 3 passes on that series. They were all incomplete, but they were all very catchable. They were all right in the hands of the receivers. Todd Young. Coming up at halftime, 21 Pennsylvania high school bands will join the Penn State Blue Band for some halftime activities. And participating will be bands from all over the central and even beyond the central Pennsylvania area. More than 1,200 high school musicians will be performing, led by the director of the Penn State Blue Band, Ned Deal. And they're now forming along the sidelines, and they'll be out there entertaining this crowd at halftime of the football game. A 15-yard face mask penalty against Todd Young at the end of that punt return by Jim Coates. That marks the ball at the 40-yard line for the white team, which is moving from left to right with 9:23 to play in the first half. And the score tied now at 7-7. And for the first time in a while, the white team that started the game will be out there offensively, and that includes Matt Kisner at quarterback, Tim Manoa and Dozier in the backfield, and Jim Coates and Eric Hamilton will be at the wide receivers with Bob Morosco. Bob Morosco almost said Dean DeMidio. Dean DeMidio, that's right. We're number 89. Dean DeMidio, of course, will not be back for Penn State. One of those few players who graduated last year. One of the very few. Only 5 starters graduated from this team, and DeMidio was one of those. So they get first down and 10 yards to go for the white team at their own 40-yard line near hash mark. Wide near side is Alexander. Wide to the far side to the left is Jim Coates. Manoa and Dozier in an I formation behind Kisner. It is D.J. Dozier up the middle and turning to the right across the 40. 45, spinning, still on his feet at the 47, and now brought down at about the 46-yard line in a total of 15 yards. Second down and 4 yards to go for the Whites. Morosco, the tight end, is to the left. Double tight end offense now with Jacob tight to the right. Second down, 4 for the Whites. The give to Manoa to the right, breaks it back up the middle, first down across the 50, 45, 40, on his feet and driving down to about the 37-yard line. The pile-driving fullback, Tim Manoa. A 17-yard carry for Manoa for a first down. Ray Isom, Bernier, and Gary Wilkerson finally able to bulldog him down at the 37-yard line. Just yard line of the Blues. The backs are split and Kisner's back to throw. Over the middle he goes, complete at the 30-yard line. That is enough for a first, no, it's short of a first down to Morosco. Driven back there by Troy Davis, but he is about 3 yards shy of a first down as he caught it at the 30, and Davis was there to make the tackle. Davis from Jersey City, New Jersey, 6'3 and a half, 195-pound junior. Ball marked at the 30-yard line, second down and 3 for the Whites at the Blue 30. And now the sunshine that was very prevalent early in the day has gone away, and it's an overcast day. Coates is wide to the left, the far side of the field. Alexander wide to the right. The backs are split behind Kisner. Second and 3 at the Blue 30-yard line. The give comes to Manoah. He has stood up in his tracks and stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Pete Kirk, 30-yard line. High formation behind Kisner. Play action fake. Here's the rush. He lets it go. It is complete. Over the middle down inside the 20 to the 15-yard line goes the tight end, Dave Jacob, and that is enough for a first down. Kisner to Dave Jacob, a 16-yard completion. Jacob, a sophomore from Clifton Park, New Jersey. Kurt Bernier was putting pressure on that time from his left linebacker position and was about to catch up to Matt Kisner, but Kisner running to his left threw that ball back across his body very well for the completion. Ball marked down at the 14-yard line. We're at first and 10 for the Whites at the Blue 14. Coach near side, Alexander wide to the far side. Manoah and Dozier in the backfield, back to throw Kisner. End zone, and it is incomplete. Intended for Alexander. He was being battled by Steve Shearer, senior defensive back from Lewistown, and he knocked the ball away from the intended receiver. That's a Taking a second down and 10 yards to go at the Blue 14-yard line for the White team. The backs again are in a split behind Matt Kisner, who drops straight back to throw. Steps, fires to the right, complete to Manoah. Inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line goes Tim Manoah. Ray Isom from safety is there to make the tackle, along with Troy Davis on Manoah. The gain is to the 8-yard line, bringing up a third down, and 3 yards to go for a first down and 8 yards to go for a touchdown. So after the Blue offense dominated early, the White offense is starting to come back here in the later stages of this first half. Steve Jones points out that so far in this game, 16 different receivers or 16 different players have caught a pass in this game. Third down and 3 for a first down, 8 for a touchdown. Kisner back to throw, flares it left, complete to Manoah at the 5, driving down and in, touchdown. Real powerful run by Manoah, who is shaken up as well. After he went into the end zone, he was caught pretty good by a couple of 3 people at about the 2-yard line, but Manoah had a tremendous head of steam going as he caught the flare pass from Kisner and was just hell-bent for leather for the end zone. I mean, no one was going to stop it. There were 2 or 3. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Blue and White teams come back upfield now with a score. The White 14 and the Blue 7 will take a short break. And for the Blues at the White 33-yard line as they're on the march. The give comes to Thomas to the left side. He puts his nose down and bangs it down about the 30-yard line. A gain of 3 yards on the play. Pete Giftopoulos is there with Trey Bauer to make the tackle for the White team. A gain of 3. Second and 7 for the Blues at the White 30-yard line. John Redmond, a sophomore, as is Blair Thomas. Chris Thorpe, another of that great batch of young running backs, has had a shoulder injury, did not practice at all. And what's the other big kid from New Jersey? Wainwright? Eric Wainwright is also injured and not practicing. Second down and 7. Schaefer back to throw, looking to the right, flares it to the right where it's complete to Redmond. First down across the 25-yard line and skipping down to about the 20. They'll mark it at the 22-yard line where Redmond's knee touchdown. Giftopoulos was in on the tackle, but it's another first down for the Blue team, and their drive has shown the ability to run with it as well as catch it coming out of the backfield. Ball marked at the White 22, right in the middle of the field. Hamilton is wide right, wide left to the near side is Roundtree. The backs are split behind Schaefer. Perfect spot for a pass into the end zone. First and 10. Instead, they're going to run it. Comes to Redmond. Quick hitter. 15, 10. Inside the 10 to the 6-yard line goes John Redmond. Lonergan made a shoestring saving tackle off a 17-yard run. That's 5-yard rushes and 51 yards rushing for Redmond in this ball game. Again, he shows that real quick-hitting speed. He gets around up behind him on second down and goal. He drops back, looks left, looks right, fires end zone, intercepted by Lance Lonergan. He's going to come out with it at the 5, 10, 15, and runs out of bounds up at the 18, 19-yard line. A tipped ball into the hands of Lonergan, who was coming over from safety to help out on the coverage. The pass was tipped. He caught it on the rebound, and went upfield about the 18-yard line before going out of bounds. It was a quick slant-in pattern, and the receiver was covered on the play fairly well. I don't think the ball would have been intercepted if it hadn't been tipped at the line of scrimmage. When it was tipped, it was just sitting up there like a big basketball for Lance Lonergan, who picked it off and made a nice return. So it nullifies the drive by the blue team, and now the white takes over with 1.5 minutes to play in the first half. They're marking it at the 16-yard line where Lonergan went out of bounds. So Kisner will be at quarterback with Truitt, the fullback, and Dozier offset as the left half. Kisner on the give to Truitt, and he is surrounded and jumped by Kirkendall all by himself, surrounded him. And then to make matters worse, of course, back to throw Kisner. He fires left. It is complete to Morosco, down and out. And out of bounds at the 20-yard line when Bob Morosco on the pass completion from Kisner. That stops the clock with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to play in the first half and a 14-7 white team lead. I think this is one of the nice things about the blue-white game that coaches can learn is in a situation like this, you can see and get some practice at your 2-minute offense. And I think even though they have much of the field yet to negotiate, the coaching staff wants to see how the white team might handle a 2-minute drill with 85 yards yet to go. Truitt is the fullback, offset again, left half is Dozier. As Kisner drops straight back to throw on third down, it is complete over the middle and dumped immediately as Morosco at the 25-yard line. And that's close enough to a first down. We'll see. Davis made the tackle. Really depends on which official they allow to spot the ball. As you see, the man coming in from the far sideline spotted the ball where it was caught. The guy who did not come in from the sideline spotted the ball where the player landed. Either way, it'll be a first down for the white team. Ball marked across the 25 to the 26-yard line. First and 10 for the white from their own 26 with 1:01 left to play in the half. Now in an I formation, play action fake by Kisner. Back to throw, airs it out. What a bomb downfield. Incomplete. It hit at the 21-yard line, and he let the thing go from his own 18-yard line. He threw that thing 63 yards in the air. Wow. And it looked like a torpedo. I mean, it flew down the field. It's one of those new cruise missiles. Never got more than about 6 feet off the ground. And much like the cruise missile, it was inaccurate. Is that a political statement? No. Please, that was a humorous statement. It wasn't a... Is that your Army experience, having been a... What were you, a Spec 4? Right. Never higher than that, thank God. Second down and 10. Back to throw is Kisner. He flares it left where it's complete to Dozier at the 20, 25, 30, 35. Dozier out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line, where he's finally chased down by Tim Johnson for the blue team. Scott Gobb was also over there for the Blues to make the tackle on Dozier at the 38-yard line. It's a first down for the Whites with throw again on first down. Protection, fires left, complete, down and out of bounds. The pass completed to Troy Cromwell, who caught it on the far sideline just across midfield at the 48-yard line. Kept his feet in bounds and then tippy-toed out of bounds for the first down to stop the clock at the 48-yard line with 30 seconds left. And now that Matt Kisner is throwing the ball down the field, he is certainly displaying quite an arm. He has really put a few on a rope here in this drive. First and 10 for the Whites at the 48-yard line of the Blues. Kisner now 12 of 16 for 128 yards. So the performance of both Kisner and Schaefer will do nothing to lessen the discussion about who should be the number one quarterback. Back to throw Kisner on first down. He goes over the left sideline, incomplete this time, intended for Morosco, the tight end. He was double. Half of the Whites leads the Blue 14-7. They break the huddle with Cromwell wide to the far side, Jim Coates to the near side, which is the wide side of the field, and a lot of room to work. Kisner, play action. Back to throw. Steps up into the pocket. Upfield he goes. Incomplete. Intended at the 30-yard line for Cromwell. He got down and 10 from the 48-yard line of the Blues. Kisner on play action. Rolls right. Got a lot of room to run. He's going to keep it and go at the 45. On his feet and down at about the 41-yard line. He did not get out of bounds. He stayed inbounds, but he calls a timeout to stop the clock with 7 seconds left at the Blue 41-yard line. Kisner stopping the clock for a timeout with 7 seconds to play, and Manka will come onto the field. So the ball is marked at the 41. This will be about a 58-yard field goal for Massimo Manka. And the wind is rather brisk right now here at Beaver Stadium, and it is as much a crosswind as it is a downfield wind. It'll certainly favor him a bit, but really blowing more right into our faces here in the booth from from the east or the west at this point. Massimo's longest field goal for Penn State, 53 yards against Rutgers. He's 3 out of 4 in his Penn State career from more than 50 yards. And the ball will be spotted at the 41-yard line, or the line of scrimmage is the 41-yard line. The spot will be at the 47. That'll be about a 57-yard field goal attempt from Massimo Manca on the near hash mark, so the angle will be to the left for Massimo Manca. John Bruno will be the holder for Manca. Oh, it's interesting to see who the long snapper is. Usually it's a walk-on player. Is it Truitt? Yeah. Greg Truitt has been playing fullback and was the long snapper a year ago. All right, angle to the left for Manca on a 57-yard field goal attempt. The ball is down, the kick is up, got good distance, and it is no good, just short by Manca. He kicked it about 56.5 yards. 57-yard field goal attempt, just short by Manca. That is the end of the first half, and an entertaining one it was, with a score of the white 14 and the blue 7.
Mathematician Mary McCammon.
I enjoy mathematics, and I think my enthusiasm comes through to my students as I teach.
Well, I enjoyed going to her class every day. Whenever we got there, she was always very bubbly and very excited about the lesson for the day.
And teachers like food scientist Manfred Kroger.
I just do what comes naturally. Obviously, I have to admit I work hard at it also. He also treats each student as an individual rather than a large group.
And teachers like English professor John Moore.
I really guide people to make their own discoveries. And so in that sense, I think people come away from the class the boost of their own self-confidence.
And teachers like educational psychologist Lita Schwartz.
It involves commitment, it involves caring.
And her concern, her genuine care for the students, that even made students who didn't care that much about themselves, when they saw how much Dr. Schwartz cared about them, they began to care.
Penn State has teachers who care.
Intended for Mike Alexander. Kisner sort of ad-libbed that play as he started to roll to the left. He did not have anywhere near the play he was trying to run, obviously, so he just looked for someone open. That was a 40-yard Kevin Mills field goal. Alexander to the right, the short side of the field. Ryan to the left, the wide side of the field is Coach. I formation behind Kisner. Give to DJ Dozier. Hold to the right. He is to the 5, on his feet to the 3-yard line before he's knocked down. The game is Bob Morosco at tight end to replace Alexander. So on third down from the 3-yard line, Penn State will go with 2 tight ends. They break the huddle with Jim Coates, the lone wide receiver, to the left side. Now Morosco and David Jacobs are the tight ends. Kisner on third and goal at the blue 3-yard line. Long count, play action fake. Gives it inside to the fullback Durant. Bouncing down to about the 1-yard line, and that's as far as he can get. Good for the white team, and so the two clubs come back upfield with 1:28 left to play in the third quarter. In the score, the white 17, the blue 10 will take a short break. He looks, fires upfield, traveling there, it's incomplete. An outstanding defensive play by Marcus Henderson. The ball was in the hands of Seiberling, and Henderson came up, gave him a good pop, and slapped the ball up out of his hand. Nice defensive play by Henderson. The pass goes incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Blues from their own 35-yard line. One of those cases. Round 3 to the near side, the short side of the field. On 3rd down and 1 at the 35. The handoff to Blair Thomas, trying to go to the left. He gets it across the 35, and then is ripped back down. Mike Beckish again over there for the white team on defense, and it'll depend on where they place the ball as to whether or not Blair Thomas, yes, they give him the first down, marking the ball at just beyond the 36-yard line as forward progress. 1st and 10 for the Blues from their own 36-yard line. The ball 53 pass attempts so far in the football game for both teams. 17-10, the white leading in the annual blue-white game. The Lions will open up the regular season on September 6th against Temple, then take a week off. Unusual for Penn State to have a week off that early in the season. And the Lions will have 7 home games featured next year, but 4 very tough ones on the road against Alabama, Notre Dame, West Virginia, and Boston College. Kisner, the quarterback. Durant, the fullback. Offset left half is Dozier. Alexander wide left. Back to throw. Kisner set. Fires over the middle. Oh, incomplete and intercepted by the blue team. It was intended for DJ Dozier. It bounced off his hands as he was really popped. I believe Troy Davis or Steve Shearer, one of the two, made the hit, and then Shearer caught the ball after it went flying out of the hands of Dozier and intercepted it. So the pocket evades the hit, now being chased down from behind and brought down from behind out at the 28-yard line. Excellent pursuit shown by Quintus McDonald as Schaefer had escaped the onrush and went up into the pocket. He is injured, however, as he gets caught from behind by McDonald, who came up to make the tackle, and Schaefer. Very nice burst of speed once he got to the corner. Got a good block on the corner from the wide receiver, Mike Alexander, and then made a good move up the field. First and 10 for the Whites at the blue 15. Kisner on the delay to Dozier inside the 10 and down to the 9 and maybe even the 8-yard line goes DJ Dozier. Troy Davis is over there to make the tackle for the blue team, and he got some help from Kurt Bernier as well. The ball is marked at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of about 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 for a first down. 2nd and 9 for a touchdown for the White team as they try to go ahead by 2 scores. They lead it 17-10. And a player is shaken up on the blue squad now. They have not been able to get the ball in the end zone yet. 3rd down and 7 from the 11. Back to throw Kisner. Looking right. Now firing right and caught by Dozier down and out of bounds. Inside the 5 at the 3-yard line for a first down. A penalty marker's down. Personal foul against the blue team, roughing the passer. And penalty was declined, and Penn State took the play. I always thought that on a personal foul like that, you tacked it on at the end of the play, but apparently not the case as the penalty was declined. Penn State instead will take the first down on the half reception to Dozier at the 4-yard line. Ball marked at the 4-yard line, where it's first and goal to go now for the White team at the blue 4. Kisner, play action fake, rolling left, end zone, touchdown. Just fired a bullet pass into the end zone to tight end Bob Marasco. Nice play by Kisner. Makes the play action. Pivoted, looked to his left, saw Marasco open and just drilled the line drive pass right in there to him for the touchdown. There's a little bit of a change on that pattern, too. The tight ends all day long have been going down and circling in for that short pass. That time Marasco went down and circled out. And as he did, he was very open and found very quickly by Matt Kisner. So the touchdown puts the White ahead 23-10, and now they will attempt the extra point as Bruno will hold for Etsy, and the kick is up and good. Teams come back upfield, 10:50 to go here in the blue-white game, with the White leading it 24-10. We'll take a short break. Pass play from Ray Roundtree to Eric Hamilton. Roundtree, of course, was an option quarterback in high school in Tennessee, and I wouldn't call that a beautiful pass, but he got it down the field. Beautiful play. And Hamilton really went up nicely and caught the ball. There were 2 White defenders there, and Hamilton concentrated very well, went up to get the ball. And I think the White team was set up that time for the end around. I think most of them thought that Roundtree was going to run the football, and he did not. And it was a good 70-yard pass. It kind of woke up the crowd here a bit. Well, the most exciting play of the day, the extra point attempt now by Kevin Mills. As the blue team is back in it, the ball is down, the kick is good. So it's 24-17, a couple of touchdowns scored in the space of less than a minute here. That one, the end around, went from Blair Thomas to Ray Roundtree, and then he up and fires a 70-yard touchdown pass to Eric Hamilton. So with a score now, the White 24 and the blue 17 will take a short break. For the blue at the White 38-yard line, the sun bursting through again. Schaefer dropping straight back to throw. Protection, flares it to the right. Thomas has it. He's caught in the backfield, however, and spun down for a loss at the 42-yard line. Good defensive work by the White team that time. They had a lot of people around the football. Mike to haul it in. Schaefer's pass a little up for Roundtree, but the young man from Aiken, South Carolina, who threw a touchdown pass a little while ago, just made himself a nice grab. First and 10 at the 22-yard line of the White. Roundtree is to the right side and Eric Hamilton to the near side. I formation, Redmond and Thomas behind quarterback John Schaefer. Tight end is left. The give comes to Blair Thomas. Hold up the middle, 25-yard line, inside the 20 to the 15, and inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line goes Blair Thomas. Finally wrestled down by a host of white shirt tacklers. Over there for the White team to make the stop, Sherrod Range on the tackle, along with Rob Mikulski. Ball marked at the 13-yard line on a pretty good run by Blair Thomas. Blair Thomas at 5'10", 180 pounds out of Philadelphia has apparently had a very good spring practice and has shown that here in the blue-white game. Second down and a yard to go at the 13. Schaefer back to throw on 2nd and 1. Fires over the middle, complete to the tight end. Now to the 5-yard line goes Todd Young. They drive him back, but they're going to give him forward progress to the 5 and a 1st and goal to go for the Blues. Schaefer to tight end Todd Young. There you go. It seems to me that if nothing else, the quarterbacks have learned a lesson this spring because they seem to be completely content at throwing to the short receiver. It's not a matter of looking downfield and then coming back to the short receiver. They're looking for those tight ends and short receivers as their primary receivers. So it seems to me the quarterbacks are showing more patience so far in this blue-white scrimmage than they may have last year. That, by the way, was the 70th pass thrown in this game. 1st and goal for the Blue at the white 5-yard line. I formation sits behind Schaefer. The give comes to Thomas to the left, driving it down inside the 5 to the 1-yard line. Goes Blair Thomas to make it a 2nd and goal to go from the 1. Shoe-top tackle made by Trey Bauer of the white defense. On Blair Thomas, it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line for the Blues as they try to tie this game up or get to within the touchdown and the extra point of tying it up. Out they come. Eric Hamilton wide right. Double tight ends now for the Blues on 2nd and goal at the 1. Schaefer with 2 tight ends. Looks over the defense near hash mark. Hand off to no one. Bootlegging left. Going to carry it in. Touchdown. John Schaefer. Taking the handoff to the right, wheeling to the left in the naked reverse, and in for the touchdown goes John Schaefer. And it's 24-23 with just the extra point now separating these two clubs from being in a flat-footed tie. Now we'll wait for the extra point here as the Blue capitalizes on the Tim Sweeney pass interception. They drive 38 yards in 6 plays. Schaefer the 1-yard run, 3 passes, 3 runs. They mixed it up 50-50. And Schaefer carries for the touchdown. And now the extra point attempt, and let's see who will be attempting it for the Blue squad. And then mixing the kickers up all day long, unless they're going to go for 2. Yeah, it appears that they might. Still Schaefer still in the game. Yeah, Schaefer's out there. Roundtree is out there. Redmond, Hamilton, Blair Thomas. So they're going to go for a 2-point conversion, try to take a lead. For playing Canadian rules, the white could come back and tie with a scrum, or a rouge, rather, a rouge. Which, by the way, looks very good on you. Do football players in Canada wear rouge? I wasn't even aware of that. So the Blue will go for a 2-point conversion to try to take the lead here in the 4th quarter with 6.5 minutes to play in this blue-white game, which has produced 600 yards of offense. Which isn't that much, really. That's, 300 yards apiece. Yeah, boy, nothing gets by you. Hey, been around a long time, fella. 2-point conversion. Schaefer back to throw for the 2. Looking right, looking left, looking over the middle, intercepted, that's it. Lance Lonergan intercepts for the 3rd time today. You know, Lonergan is one of those kind of guys who is just around the ball. He's always going to be around the ball and make a play. 2-point conversion fails. It remains 24-23, the white leading the Blue. Now let's
Penn State, only football earns enough money to support itself. 27 other men's and women's sports owe their very existence to the Nittany Lions Club's 12,000 members. Their contributions provide grants and aid for more than 330 student athletes. Join the Nittany Lions Club. For information, call toll-free in Pennsylvania, 1-800-231-LION. Out of state, 1-800-NITTANY. Or write the Nittany Lions Club, Greenberg Indoor Sports Complex, University Bus, 16802.
Dr. Zozier, Kisner rolls left. Going to keep it, is going to be hit and dropped for a loss. Back behind the 30-yard line. Over to make the tackle for the Blue team. Keith Karpinski just wouldn't give up on Alexander is wide to the left, short side of the field. Wide to the wide side of the field, near side, comes Jim Coates. Backs are in a split behind Kisner, 2nd and 13. Kisner straight back. Fires over the middle through the hands of the intended receiver, tight end David Jacobs. 4 passes so far in this game, 55 running plays, and well over 700 yards now in total offense. 2 of the awards made at halftime, the defense award, the Jim O'Hara award for most improved player this spring went to Mike Beckish, who has had just a tremendous game so far in the blue-white game. The offensive award, the Red Worrell award for most improved offensive player was given at halftime to Mike Wolf, who is the center on the white team for Penn State today in the blue-white game. And white calling signals. Handoff comes to Redmond. This time he is wrapped up in the backfield for no gain and perhaps a loss. Polamalu is over there for the white team along with Darrell Washington making the tackle on Sean Redmond. The ball is marked back to the 37-yard line, a loss of a yard. Will make it 3rd down and 5 for the Blues from the white 37.
Gale force winds now. Blowing in. It's an unusual wind because we never get the wind in the booth in the fall. It always is blowing.
Thank God.
If this was a chilly wind, we'd be in deep trouble.
All right, 3:13 in the clock running here in the fourth quarter. Back to throw. White fires over the middle, complete to Seiberling. Several people have a hold of him. He refuses to go down. Finally does go down at about the 33-yard line. He was trying to fight for that first down yardage. Couldn't get it. Driving hard. Touchdown. Outstanding run by Sean Redmond. 12-yard touchdown run. He took it off left guard. As soon as he got across the line of scrimmage and was at the 5-yard line, he was hit by 3 or 4 people. Redmond kept driving forward, legs turning, and stuck that thing into the end zone. 60. John White at quarterback from the 3-yard line. Unbalanced plays the run. Right, unbalanced line is right. End zone pass. Seiberling fell down. Incomplete. 5 does not seem to be thrown out of bounds at midfield by the kicker, Kevin Mills. 50-yard kickoff return by Jim Coates. The only man he had left to beat was Mills, but he didn't have enough sideline to work with where he could have juked one way or another. He had to just try to outrun him to the sideline. Mills had the angle and got him on the near side. 49-yard return officially. They mark it at the 49-yard line.
And Coates is one name that comes to the front today as far as outstanding play. He's done a terrific job on kick returns today. And now the white team with great field position in a good shape to come back. The scoreboard has been messed up most of the day. But I think the white team has at least 1 or 2 timeouts remaining.
Fires it upfield. Caught by Dozier inside the 25 and out of bounds at the 22. Taken out of the near side by Dwayne Downing. But now the white team has moved into a position to go in front with 1 minute and 5 left to play in the game.
29-yard completion that time and a great pass by Kisner as he waited for Dozier to get behind the linebacker and in front of the defensive back and just laid the ball in there very nicely to DJ Dozier. And Dozier also out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:05. Ball marked to the 22-yard line of the blue team. The white comes out. Cromwell is to the far side, wide side of the field. Alexander to the near side. Kisner back to throw in 1st and 10 at the blue 22. Looking. End zone pass over the head of the intended receiver, Troy Cromwell, in the deep left-hand corner of the end zone. Kisner had very few options that time as he had 4 receivers out, and all 4 of them were in the end zone. There was nobody to look at short that time as he had sent all 4 players, 2 down the hash marks and 2 down the sidelines, and all 4 of them were pretty well covered. He just decided to heave the ball beyond the end line and start over again. Horniak is checked in as a running back, replacing Durant with a play to Matt Kisner. 2nd and 10 at the blue 22-yard line, 58 seconds left. White trailing in the game, 29-24. Back to throw Kisner. Fires, end zone at the 2-yard line. Outstanding grab there. I believe it was DJ Dozier who made that reception down at the 2-yard line. No, it was not. It was Mike Alexander. I'm sorry. Alexander making the catch at the 2-yard line of the blue team, and now they've got a chance to win it with 51 seconds to play, or at least to go in front. Line, Kisner back, throws, end zone, slapped away by Ray Isom. On the 3-yard line, not the 2. So it is a 2nd and goal to go from the 3. Durant, the fullback, goes through the tailback in the I formation. Kisner on the give to DJ Dozier. Touchdown! Right up the middle. DJ Dozier puts the white team ahead, 34-29. So let's see, 39 seconds left to play. 43 seconds ago, the blue team went ahead on the touchdown by Redmond. The pass failed for a 2-point conversion. Now the white team goes ahead on DJ Dozier's 3-yard touchdown run with 39 seconds left to make it 30-29. And now the white team has called a timeout, and they will discuss a 2-point play, which would give them a 3-point lead and not enable the blue to be able to beat them on a field goal. We've had a ton of points scored here in the fourth quarter after a relatively passive third period, but the 2 white touchdowns, 2 white team touchdowns in this half have both been set up by kick returns of Jim Coast. The section replacing Roundtree, so Jacob will be one tight end, Bob Marasco the other. And the two-point conversion attempt coming up for the white team. Kisner calling signals with Cromwell in motion from right to left. Kisner, play action fake, back to throw, looking, and caught for two-point conversion by DJ Dozier. The ball was slapped in the air by a defensive back. Cromwell was trying to catch it. The ball was slapped out of his hands. Dozier was standing there, and he caught it on the rebound. And Dozier was 39-second drill. Back to throw is Schaefer on first down from the white 46-yard line. Schaefer goes over the middle, and it is completed to the 31-yard line for a first down. The pass completed to Eric Hamilton. 31-yard line. Wide to the right is Ray Roundtree, short side of the field. Hamilton wide to the left. Stiverling the tight end. Back to throw Schaefer. Right sideline, complete to Thomas. On his feet at the 25 and down and out of bounds. Somewhere around the 25-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it. On the far side of the field, it is pitch on the left side. Check that, Stiverling has gone out. Tight end Pomfret is down on the left side. Back to throw Schaefer. Fires to the end zone, and it is incomplete. Looks right. Fires, it is complete. Inside the 20 to the 17-yard line to Blair Thomas. And the blue team now calls a timeout. Pump fake, fires to the right. Thomas has it, runs out of bounds at the 12-yard line with 3 seconds left. And 2-yard line, a 29-yard field goal attempt by Kevin Mills with 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Snap, the ball is down, the kick is up, and it is a tie game. 32-32. And a perfect ending as time runs out. Thank you very much. That is the end of the football game. The final score in a very entertaining blue-white scrimmage. The blue 32, the white 32 will be the season opener with Temple and the beginning of the 100th season of Penn State football. What's been today's final score? The blue team 32, the white team 32. This is the Penn State Football Radio Network.